Do you know what? I've just realised what I've just done there. I've done it twice. So I might as well just start. What I normally do is I have a pedal. There we go. And the pedal is set to the letter, basically, whenever you tap this pedal, I think I mentioned this before, it's basically the letter B. So when I basically tap the thingy-majiggy, the pedal, I have a shortcut key, and the shortcut key then flips to going from the intro screen to going to the live key. And I forgot about that. I forgot to plug in the pedal, but I didn't disable the shortcut key. So while I was twatting around doing other bits and pieces, I must have tapped B and then gone live. So I don't have my guitar in my hand. I didn't go, and then kick straight into Twitch. I was thinking I was going to pour myself a drink, get my guitar while the intro screen was playing. None of that, so you get to watch me pour my drink. Hello everyone, this is the last of the Kraken. That is poultry. It's like a... It's also almost the last of the Rochester Ginger. But it's okay. I preempted this. Preempted, not preempted. I purchased a brand spanking new bottle of Rochester Ginger. Singing science. I've got some exciting news for you. I'll tell you after this song. Flipping shortcut keys, hey? Or hotkeys. Friday night at the Twitch bar. Hello all. Hello Wobblefest. Hello Singing Science. Hello Millstone Barn. Hello Dean the Coder. RGR Live News, aka Mike. B:. One of my favourite disk drives back in the day. That used to be my 5 1/4 when I had the 2. I had the 3 1/2 and the 5 1/4. But I had loads of games for the 5 1/4 IBM PC because they were always in the sale. Anyway. It's Friday night, it's 8 p.m. Staring down the barrel of another long weekend. Heading to the Twitch bar tonight. Some semicolons and a beer will put me right. Electron Greg is here again with an animation that tells you where and when. 100 messages go by. Congratulations on the words that you just typed. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And who's behind the wonky door? You see it, MJ, is there Rishi make the call? Yeah, and I think it's about that time. God's from Portugal's on the line. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. And I won't drink across the street. There's people in the YouTube bar I never want to meet. I think I'm happiest right here. I made songs and I think I'll have another beer. Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody knows your username. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar and everybody's so glad that you came. It's Friday night at the Twitch bar, as it always is on Friday. Hello Electron Greg, thank you for the semicolons. Hello Martin. The exciting news, Rishi knows who this is. I don't think, some of you may or may not know, but we've got another guest, not tonight, but on, this is, what day is it? Let me just check my calendar here. On that one, not that one. 18th of June, on Friday the 18th of June. I normally don't create the events that far ahead, but I thought I'd let you know. We've got Flaming June, who is a band that Paul used to play in. So when Paul played in the British IBM, he played in like every single band in Cambridge pretty much at one time or another. And one of the other bands that he played in that we also played with from time to time was called Flaming June, and they were very good. And Flaming June's lead singer, Louise, is going to do a little acoustic set on the 18th of June for us. So after this finishes, we can all chill out, have a Rochester ginger, and watch Flaming June. Feeling a little slightly bit done in today because I had the vaccine yesterday. And it does take its toll a little bit, the old AstraZeneca. But I think the Rochester's just taking the edge off. This is for Dean. I haven't played this one for ages. Let me just do this. How do you feel, Dean? I'm on my way back home again, through the streets that gave me everything I needed, except you. So build me up and watch me take a swing through the streets that gave me everything I needed, except you. I'm on my way back home again, through the streets that gave me everything, but I just can't quite still get over it. Yeah. So I'm on my way back home again. God gave you everything you need, and I thought you'd always follow me, but no one did, so now I'm back. I'm on my way back home again, through the streets that gave me everything, but I just can't quite still get over it. Yeah. So I'm on my way back home again. Yeah, I just can't quite still get over it. So I'm on my way back home again. That was Home for Dean. Looks like everyone's had it. Congrats on the jab. Thank you. It didn't hurt. until much later, until about 3 in the morning. You're welcome, Dean. Lovely mellowing finishing on that. The reason for that finish was because I went to the wrong chord, so I kept playing chords until I hit a resounding chord, which I should have gone to the D, and I started again. The exit bit of it is that. But I accidentally went here, and then so I realised I'd gone back to the A again, so I just kept doing it for a bit, and then just slowing down. And then I kept thinking to myself, what chord did this end on? And then I realised it was D. And I was thinking, is it D? It's probably D. There we go. If I'd have hit something else by mistake, I would have just carried on playing random chords until I'd hit that D. And you'd be none the wiser. This is a song for Jez. Secrets of the Trade. Indeed. This is the kind of banter you're not going to get at the Coldplay Glastonbury gig. There was one, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before. I might have mentioned it to someone, might have mentioned this to Mike at some point. But there was like a Christmas period. I think it was not this Christmas, the Christmas before. We watched... There was like a whole bunch of like music documentaries we watched in a row, and it was like there was a Coldplay one, there was a Bros one where Bros got back together, there was a what was the other one? The one Duran Duran, Supersonic, which was the Oasis, the big Oasis one. There was like a whole bunch of them, but at the end of it, I was thinking I could not go. Not that I'm ever going to have the go drinking with Coldplay. But I did think to myself, I don't think I could go drinking with Coldplay or out to dinner. They're actually quite irritating people. I probably couldn't hang around with Bros. They would have, yeah. Noel seems quite entertaining though, doesn't he? Noel always seems quite entertaining when you hear him chatting. An absolute push. Who would you like to go drinking with out of that? If you could go out drinking with Duran Duran, Coldplay, Oasis or Bros, let me know in the chat. Right, what did Jez want? Jez wanted this. He wanted cigarettes. Silver cigarette case. None of the above. So what if Bros turned up at your door and just said, hey Michael, we're in the area at the moment, our bus broke down outside. Can we hang out with you for a little bit? In Boost Town. Sitting in, not that one. What is the first lyric? You own a silver cigarette case. You own a silver cigarette case, even though you don't smoke. Engraved initials of your father contains a single note. Don't be a loser like your old man. Come on with a plan. And if you need me, then I'll help you in any way I can. And the boardroom's empty now. The temple empty and the lights went out. If something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. Something's quite right when your heart beats twice as slow. In any given situation where a normal man won't go. And the boardroom's empty now. The town fell empty and the lights went out. Yeah, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. and the ballroom's empty now. The town fell empty and the lights went out. Yes, something's not right, 'cause we don't even care. Hello, Eternal series. Someone just staggered into the YouTube bar across the road called Eternal Series, and they said, hey. Hey, thank you for the semicolons. Michael, Wobblefest, Electron Greg. Who would you like to go for a drink? Obviously, not me included, because obviously you'd all want to go for a beer with the British IBM. Which band would you like to go out for a cheeky Rochester ginger with? That's like one of those questions that you ask on social media. You know when people ask things on social media to like desperately try and get people to interact with them? Hey everyone, it's Friday night. You can listen to any band on your CD player. What band would you listen to? Go. Hashtag music. Nirvana. You'd have a few beers with Nirvana. They would be. They're meant to be quite a. Chris Novoselic and what's his face? The Foo Fighter. Probably quite entertaining to hang around with. He always seems quite nice, doesn't he, Dave Grohl? Placebo. I don't think I'd want to go out drinking with Placebo. Since I heard an anecdote about him where he basically said in an interview that when he doesn't like people, he wheezes on his hand and then shakes their hand. Which doesn't seem funny, it just seems grim and childish, doesn't it? Metallica. Skunk and Nancy. I don't think Bros would drink Grolsch. I don't know what they would drink, but I can't imagine them drinking anything mainstream. I can imagine them drinking something with elderflower in it. Florence, but not the Machine. This is for Greg. The Cause. Of course you would. Wait a minute, Greg's asked for 2 songs. I'm just recalibrating my brain that's been infected with vaccines and microchips. Call it fate, call it luck, call it anything, call it anything you want. But when you were just a kid, time didn't move like this. When you were the king of everything. And all you need is all you got, and all you have is all you'll ever want. Yeah, as the world caves in, you still remember when you were the king of everything. You got a little secret in your heart, and it's tearing time apart. When you were just a kid, time didn't move like this. When you were the king of everything. What programmer would you like to go out for a few beers with? Obviously, you can't all say Dean the Coder, because that goes without saying that everyone wants to party with Dean the Coder. Dead or alive, and I'm going to throw in that you can say people. Bill Gates did code at some point, obviously, as did Steve Jobs. You can have those. Bob Noyce, did he write code? I don't think he did. This is also for Greg. Was. I bet Was could eat you under the table. People walking down, and it won't stop now. 200 people in a crowd, and it won't stop now. Your hands are tied behind your back, your mind is filling in the blanks. Yeah, and it won't stop now. You could have been somebody else if you tried. You went too far and now you're broken inside. Oh, I tried. 200 people walking down, and it won't stop now. 200 people in a crowd, and it won't stop now. They put a bag over your head, tied a rope around your neck. Yeah, and it won't stop now. You could have been somebody else if you tried. You went too far, now you're broken inside. Oh, I tried. When I wake up every morning, it's just another day in time. Yeah, when the music starts to glisten, I've never been here before. I've never been here before. You could have been somebody else if you tried. You went too far and now you're broken inside. You could have been somebody else if you tried. Oh, I tried. Thank you, Eternal Series. Whoever programmed the paperclip? I think that was Bill Gates. I haven't seen him in the chat yet, and 100 messages haven't gone by yet, and we're getting dangerously close to past. So I'm assuming Duncan's not there. Or his rabbit's eating his internet cable. This is a song called God's Front Porch, and it was requested by a young man called Duncan, who enjoys listening to the songs in their acoustic state, in order to facilitate sleep. Is he? I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down. For the next 3 days I'll call this home, watching all the ground beneath us fall. For the next 3 days I'll call this home, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get too confused. Quit your job and walk away. Didn't like you that much, anyway. Sell your house and start again. Burn your past and make new friends. 'Cause you can check out anytime you want. It's already been a tad too long. Standing on the corner of God's front porch, watching all the ground beneath us fall. Loneliness and solitude seldom get the two confused. But if I tried and if I missed, would you let my whole life miss? For all the things I've ever done, would you let my life go on? 'Cause I'm the loneliest man in the world right now. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm just down. That was God's Front Porch for Duncan, who's currently shopping in IKEA. Let's just have a little moment, shall we? Just to think about Duncan and his time in IKEA. Let's all just pour a drink and think about Duncan. A fresh Rochester ginger. By the way, that's left on there from his birthday. I just had it to hand. Just in case you're wondering why that's there. Delicious Rochester ginger. This isn't Kraken, it's Canes. I don't need to shake the rum. Little splash of Canes. Canes Golden Rum. I don't think it's quite as good as Kraken. Anyway, where were we? This is for Simon. A song that requires no capos. Switch Duncan off. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Dollar bill says I'm right. I'm worth more in the afterlife. So bring the car around the back, and don't forget my heart attack. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Amen signs on a broken line. Watch the future fall away. Pushed it into yesterday. We'll be dead in a box one day, 6 feet beneath the rain. So what's the point in all of us if everything will turn to dust? I'm standing on your shoulders now. I never know the way back down. watch me fight for a silicon dream in the afterlife. Move along and don't look back. Always had a way with that. 'Cause everything's gonna be alright. Amen signed on a broken line. And watch the future fall away. Pushed it into yesterday. We'll be dead in a box one day, 6 feet beneath the rain. So what's the point in all of us if everything will turn to dust? I'm standing on your shoulders now. I never know the way back down. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, we'll be dead in a box one day, 6 feet beneath the rain. So what's the point in all of us if everything will turn to dust? I'm standing on your shoulders now. I never know the way back down. Congratulations, everyone. We just did it, I think, there. During that song, we hit 100 messages. So everyone deserves a big pat on the back. And the 100th message tonight was Zaki Damp. So congrats. And he said, you really know where to listen to good music. I missed the message above that. I'm assuming it was all positive. Thank you for the semicolons. Hello, Dr. YOLO's Wag Octo Twarp. This is another Duncan request. Hello, David Watts. Where are we? This is called We Were the Stars, which we all were at one point. Ones and zeros lost completely on a telephone wire. It's lost on me now. So tell the brain child I'm still breathing on a life support machine that's breaking down. 'Cause we were the stars, but then you were gone. So where did you go? Well, I guess nobody knows. Well, I've got you and you got me, but in the final hour we all walk out alone. To take me through my final year, and a flash of light that only brings me down. 'Cause we were the stars, but then you were gone. So where did you go? Well, I guess nobody knows. You got me thinking it's okay, but it's not. You got me thinking that it's so baritone, but it's not. Stars, but then you were gone. So where did you go? Well, I guess nobody knows. We Were the Stars for Duncan. Thank you, Simon. This is a request for Felice Maggie, aka the Spoart, who I haven't seen in the chat yet. Where are we here? Third fret. That's good, I don't have to move the capo. Whatever happened? It was 1983 and I watched the football. Yeah, you fell from the top of the screen. Whatever happened? When they told us that you'd gone, so whatever happened? Oh, where is Matthew Smith? Each room was a nightmare with a quick sound, perfect twist, TRS-80 crashed in the flick of a switch. And where was the taxman? And told us that you'd gone, so whatever happened? Oh, where is Matthew Smith? I was history 10 years ago. Now I'm a legend, but nobody knows. Oh, where is Matthew Smith? Jet Set Willie meets the Taxman. Did that ever actually materialise in any way, shape or form? It feels like it should have by now. Delicious Friday Rochester. What's everyone else drinking this evening, by the way? I know what some of you are drinking. Rogie for Greg, as per. Rioja for Michael. Rioja with just a little splash of Rogie. Beck's for Wobblefest. I used to really like Beck's when I was younger, and then I think I drank too much Beck's. I didn't have a reaction to it or anything, but I think because I drank it so much, it was my default drink at one point when I was in my teens. And now I barely drink it, but now there's so many beers, isn't there? I don't think does anyone have a beer that they drink all the time now? Like in the old days, people would have a default beer, but now it's like you go into a pub. There's so many exciting opportunities out there. Why would you drink just Kronenberg or just Foster's or something like that? Water with food, switching to Rogie shortly. What is the food that you're eating? This is for John.
Drinks like a sailor, smokes 2 packs a day. Never seems to care what anyone else has to say. And the weather brings me down, and the darkness brings me around. I wanna live in California, where the cup-side smoking makes it easier to breathe. But I'm still hanging around in the same old town. Oh, I'm still hanging around with the same old crowd. You get the feeling it's gonna be that kind of day, the kind where nothing ever seems to really go your way. And the weather brings me down, and the darkness brings me around. I wanna live in California, where the cup-side smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old town. Well, I'm still hanging around in the same old crowd. I wanna live in California, where the cup-side smoking makes it easier to breathe. I wanna live in California, but I'm still hanging around in the same old crowd. Well, I'm still hanging around with the same old crowd.
Hello, Jez Shed. Hope you're well. What's the humidity and temperature tonight in your shed? If you don't mind us asking. Thank you, Bobblefest, Mr. Watts, Zachy Dampf, RGR, Millstone Barn, 1 and 4. I got a new printer this week as well. It's quite exciting. I've had the same printer for years. I've had this massive laser, probably about maybe 10 years or more. I've owned this Hewlett Packard, massive, big, chunky LaserJet thing. Yeah, it's laser. But it's like, yeah, it's laser. But it's getting to the point where it's like when you try and print out address labels and stuff, the ink starts to come off and flake off and stuff. So I decided to get a new one. And it's nuts, isn't it? 'Cause it's like I haven't experienced what it's like to buy a new printer for a decade. And it's leaps and bounds. It's nuts. You don't need to install a driver anymore. You can literally just connect it to your Wi-Fi and everything in the house knows how to print from your printer. And even your phone. I can go on my phone and go, because it's got 2 paper trays as well. It's like 80 quid, this printer. It's got 2 paper trays. So it's got like the normal A4 paper, and it's got this other little one that you put photo paper in. And on your iPhone, you tap a button on your photo and click print, and it knows about that printer because you're on the same Wi-Fi. You tap print, and it comes out the photo looking like a photo. Not like the old days. Remember when you got a LaserJet? Not a LaserJet, the inkjets in the old days? And you'd sit there and you'd print out a photo, and it just looked rubbish, and like the paper would all be wrinkly and stuff where it had just been saturated by the ink. This actually looked like a photo. It was amazing. I got a 3D printer. Did you? That is quite futuristic, isn't it? UK Simon, me too. I have to buy a new printer every time I need to print something, like once every 10 years. Same here. I replaced my printer last year. This is quite good, isn't it? This is quite nice Friday night banter. Moved on from dustbins. I have a new printer after 10 years as well. I just printed off my phone a few minutes ago. So much easier. It's just nuts. It is just so good. Does in use plain order tractor fed paper? Does it use? Sorry, I misread that. Does it use plain tractor feed paper? It uses just proper A4 paper. It's the nuts. Enjoy it for the week that it will work. Where are we? This is for Martin. Dot Matrix make a good song title, I reckon. Rishi's on the bandwagon.
When you wait for nothing, nothing's gonna come. When you feel like no one, that's all you'll become. But there's a world on the other side, and nothing's gonna change. Yeah, there's a world on the other side, so why not act your age? Back when we were young, but now we're older, it doesn't seem such fun. But there's a world on the other side, so why not act your age? There's a world on the other side, but nothing's gonna change. We used to be so lonely back when we were young. But now they're older, it doesn't seem such fun. 'Cause there's a world on the other side, and nothing's gonna change. There's a world on the other side, so why not act your age?
Tell you another thing about that printer. They now do something here at Packard called instant ink, where the printer knows, this is the thing, if you upgrade something once every 10 years, the upgrade is kind of like, is monumental. If you upgrade all the time, it's just rubbish. You don't notice it. It's so incremental, evolutionary. It's just you're not really wowed by anything. Upgrade something after 10 years and it's nuts. They do a thing called instant ink. The printer knows how much ink you've got. It tells you at Packard how much ink you've got, and then when you start running low, Hewlett Packard sends you some more ink. And you pay like a monthly fee of say £2 or £3 a month. I've not done that yet. There's a 4-month trial that you get for free. To be honest with you, I I don't think I'm going to use that much ink. Not enough to use that, but still. Wow. Am I right? Incremental. Very good. Very good, Rishi. That was Nothing for Martin. This next song is for Millstone Barn. I've forgotten that. I just read Mike's thing saying that sounds like a nightmare. Right, what was I singing? This is called Man of the Hour. This is the Millstone Barn.
You had it all, you hit it all. So how was I supposed to know? I miss it all, I miss it all. I miss the way we used to talk. And I watched every scene from your long forgotten dreams. And I'm still waiting for the man of the hour to come back for more and save us from drowning in a sea of despair that was left on your front door. I miss it all, I miss it all. I miss the way we used to talk. It all went wrong, and now your body's lined in chalk. And I've watched every scene from your long forgotten dreams. And I'm still waiting for the man of the hour to come back for more and save us from drowning in a sea of despair that was left on your front door. Mid-late.
There was another thing as well that was like Instant Ink, where Amazon, I don't know if they got rid of them, but Amazon started doing this thing, these like buttons, and the buttons kind of got a brand on it, like Andrex or... I can't remember what the other one was now. There was loads of them. But basically you put the button next to your thing. So you put a Nescafe button, which I know that Mike, for example, thank you for the semicolons there. That was, of course, for Millstone Barn. Anyway, I know that Michael, for example, is a massive fan of Nescafe instant coffee. So the use case would be that he puts a Nescafe instant coffee button next to his coffee jar, and when it's running dangerously low, he taps the button and it orders Nescafe from Amazon. Did anyone get one of those buttons or use them? Dash buttons, that was what it was. Yum, 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 yum. You can hack those buttons. You can hack those buttons. Instant coffee. Delicious instant coffee. This is for Jez. So it's a good job he's here now. This is for Jez in his shed, sitting there carefully monitoring his humidity and his temperature, controlling the world, all from his wooden domicile. It could be so wonderful if we could just let go again and let the hate run you. You know it's all I do. I walked around in the sun again, a couple hours, but that's all I need. When I was just 16, I became the man you see.
walked back through the city lights and watched the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. Made some money and we had some fun. But why try harder when you're number one? 'Cause if it all falls through, I'll live a lie like you. Stick around for another bit. We won't talk for another year. But when the morning bleeds, I know we'll both concede. We walked back through the city lights and watched the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. I know the money doesn't count. We made a choice to be here now. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. Back through the city lights and watch the girls on the corner fight. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. I know the money doesn't count. We made a choice to be here now. But now the evening's gone, and nothing ever lasts that long. Have they actually gone yet, Dash Buttons, or are they still there? Can you still buy them? You're very welcome, Jesshed. It's now making me chuckle, Matt's Wobblefest comment on the Dash Button there. He said, so instead of buying all your shopping at once, Amazon sends each item one by one, probably in a massive box. That would be quite amusing. They should make Dash Buttons that are even, like, just actually one use as well to make it even more inefficient. So basically when, I don't know, GTA 6 comes out, you can buy a GTA 6 button that you tap to order your copy of GTA 6. I might do that for the next British IBM album, actually. Create a British IBM Dash Button that you tap, that you buy the Dash Button first. And the bad Dash Button would just be something that I've constructed out of a Raspberry Pi, by the way, with a foot pedal attached, and it would cost you the cost that it cost me. You press the button, I get an order, I send you the album. I'd rather have daffodils than GTA 6. So that was the last song of the requests. Tonight, we filled up all the requests. But basically, all the requests filled up the allotted time. But if you want it, I can play the British IBM, Sugar Water, or Animal as a little bonus treat for you. What would you like? I can play one of those three. The first one that comes up in the chat. Sugar Water. Here it is. I'm sorry for all those little things I said. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. And I wanted to know that without you it won't be said. You can't spend it all from the graveyard floor when you're dead. Do you wanna sell sugar water Do you wanna change the world? I missed you, all those little things I did. I pushed you so hard, too hard. I watched you from in my head. Yes, your loyalty strayed, my integrity stayed nowhere. Yeah, and it's insanely great how that you are replaced, my friend. Do you wanna sell sugar water? Do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water? Do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water? Do you wanna change the world? Do you wanna sell sugar water? Do you wanna change the world?
Do you know what else I haven't tried printing out yet? Money. I wonder how realistically you can print out a £20 note on that printer. Probably pretty well. If they hadn't done the plastic thing. Do you remember the old days when people used to do it and then use a stencil and some silver nail polish to try and do the little strip down it? Do you know what else would be funny? Sending someone a dash button. If you could actually gift someone a dash button on Amazon that they get, and it buys something basically like the equivalent of, say, I'll use Michael as an example again. Michael makes a dash button, and all it does is orders Kindle copies of Smoke and Mirrors, sends it to all his friends who get it, and they're going, I wonder what this does, but it's already pre-wired to their account, and they're all sitting there tapping it, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Meanwhile, they've downloaded 150 copies of Smoke and Mirrors. Right, I'm going to go get my pen and paper and we'll get some requests. Books are on general sale as of today. Is that books, just books are on sale, as in we've just come out of the communist era? Or as in Smoke and Mirrors? Book early to avoid disappointment. Right. What would you like next week? Just get by for Greg. Just get by Greg. Bros. Nothing, I'm away next week. So is that Nothing the song? Shovel song. Down like that for Dean. Down like that for Dean. Sunrise Tech. Sunrise for Greg. Rubbish for Simon. Good choice, Knology. Is that it for today? Without a smile for John. Without smile, John. Animal for Jez. Could have been somebody else for Millstone Bar. Somebody else. Millstone Barn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That seems like a healthy number there. Cool. I'll be back. Thank you everyone for coming out. It's been lovely to see you again, as always. And I'll be back here next Friday. What would you like next? Let me give you the list. Also, as always, I'll be in Neo Habitat after this. If you want to go on Neo Habitat as well, come out for a adventure in an obsolete MMO. If you go to the britishibm.com, on the front page there's a map and some details on how to get in there. You can have MJ Hibbett's It Only Works, MJ Hibbett's Hey Hey 16K, Smoke and Mirrors, Twitch Bar piano version by Simon, Classic Rishi or New Rishi. First person to answer. Classic Rishi. This is Classic Rishi. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Hi there, my name's Rishi, I'm a friend of Adrian's, and like you all, I've been entertained by the British IBM sets that have happened over the past few months during the lockdown period. Adrian's kindly invited me along to come and sing a song of mine. This is from my Genomics the Musical, which is a singing science project, the opening song, which is about how a guy called Gustav Mendel came up with the ideas of genes, that there are 2 copies inside of us from growing lots of pea plants. The family farm, then moved to a monastery with an experimental garden. 6 years wrapping bags around the flowers of plants, giving us the music for the genetic dance. You must be Mendel. You must be Mendel. Whoa, yeah. Measured traits of plants that gave us peas, then controlled how they got to breed. You then measured traits of plants that grew from those seeds, eventually proposing that living things had genes. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yay, Mendel, Mendel, oh yeah. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yay, Mendel, 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 oh yeah. It's a shame they didn't believe straight away in the theory you got from your plants. It was only after you died that they gave the peas a chance. Growing 29,000 plants was not the only trick. You then had to perform some Mendel arithmetic, probabilities of dominant and recessive traits, giving us genetics and showing us the way. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yay, Mendel, Mendel, oh yeah. You must be Mendel, 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 yeah, oh yay, Mendel, 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 oh yeah, whoa, yeah. Cheers very much all, thanks AD, hopefully I'm in the chat chatting with you, otherwise hopefully chat with you next week. Take care, bye.